Thank you so much for joining in. My name is Kumi. Today I'll be showing you how to tighten your knee area to accentuate your hips and make your dress more befitting. Take a close look at this dress, see how fitting and beautiful it is around the hip area and compare it with this. Although this dress is colorful, but it's not as beautiful as the first one. Take a look at this one as well. It is not fitting around the hip and the knee area, unlike this one. Can you see? So the first and the last picture are the correct ones. This is what this tutorial is going to be all about. As always, I will come down by 1 inch and I will connect together with my ruler. This line becomes my starting point. The length of this skirt is 42 inches. I will be adding this chantilly lace. The length of the lace I will be adding is 3.5. So I will minus 3.5 from the overall length of the skirt, which is 42 inches. Then that gives me 38.5. So there is going to be a waistband of 1.5 inches width. So my tape, I'll place my tape like this, starting from 1.5, and I will measure downward. So I will mark my 38.5 plus 1 inch seam allowance. I'll go to the other side and mark that, and I'll connect with my ruler. The next thing I will do is to indicate the hip line and the knee length. So the hip line I will be using is 10 inches. This skirt is an high waist skirt. And then I will mark the knee length. So what I did is to measure our knee length at the point of measurement. So I removed 2 inches from her actual knee length. Say, let's say our knee length is 20 inches. Starting from where she would place the band of the skirt, I measured downward. So let's say it's 22 inches, so I removed 2 inches from it. What I would do is to divide our waist by 4 and add my preferred seam allowance. This is our hip. Our hip divided by 4. Our hip is 38. 38 divided by 4 plus 2 inches, which is my preferred seam allowance, gives me 11.5. So I will minus 1 inch from 11.5 and place that at the hem of this skirt. So I'll go ahead and connect together. So do you remember the second and the third picture? This is what was simply done to achieve those dresses. That is why it is not fitting at the hip area. So to make a difference, I will place my tape and find out the midpoint between the hip and the knee length, and then I'll come in by 1 inch at that midpoint, by 0.5 inch, sorry, and I will connect this way. You can use 0.75, you can use 1 inch, it depends on how pencil you want it to be. Mind you, the more pencil it is, the more discomfort you experience. Although it's going to be beautiful, but you will feel a little bit of discomfort. So if you are the type that does not like being uncomfortable, 0.5 is just the best. But if you don't mind, you can use 1 inch, you can use 0.75. Go ahead and cut. The next thing I will do is to come down by 1 inch at the center of this front piece. I will connect with a curve, just a slight curve to the other side of to the side of the skirt. I won't cut it yet. I'm going to use this piece to cut the back before cutting out this. This is what it looks like. So I have folded this piece of fabric for the back piece. I have marked 1.5 inches. This is going to be for my zipper allowance. I marked this all the way to the end of the dress. Can you see? So I have placed my front piece on it. I will extend the back piece by 1 inch. That's going to be for my dart. And I will connect to the hip area. So I'll go ahead and cut. So there are three major differences between the front and the back piece. There is no slanting at the center of the back piece. The back piece has dart and the back piece also has zipper allowance. In this case, I'm using 1.5 inches. I'm just going to cut all the way. Remember, you extended the back by 1 inch for the dart. This is what we have. Just going to remove my pins and trim off the excesses. I'm going to trim this curve and the starting point away. Can you see? Do well to indicate which side of your fabric is wrong side and which one is the right side. So the one that has this marking is the wrong side. Please don't forget this. I'm just going to trim off the excess at the back piece. So briefly, I'm just going to decide how high I want the slit to be. I have made my choice. I'm just going to come out by ½ inch this way, connect with my ruler and cut it out. Can you see? After this, I'm just going to cut lining for the front and the back piece. Don't also forget to indicate the wrong side. So I have cut the lining. This is the front piece. I have also cut for the back. So I want to cut the band. This is folded into two. I'm going to indicate that this is the wrong side. I'll come down by ½ inch, and from that ½ inch I am going to mark 4 inches. The width of the band is 1.5, but so 1.5 on fold is 3 inches. So I'm going to add ½ inch to it. I have indicated the waist measurement, waist divided by 2 plus ½ inch, and then plus extra 1 inch for overlap. I'm going to be adding a skirt hook there. So this is waist divided by 2. I'll come down by 4 inches. I won't come down by ½ inch at the other side. I'm going to connect this way. Remember, we came down by ½ inch, right? So I'm just going to connect it. Going to narrow it down this way. This is on fold. Come down by ½ inch at the middle. You can connect it to the other side, then determine the width. So this is the waist divided by 4. I added ½ inch to it, and then I added another 1 inch for the overlap. This is what I mean. So I'm going to trim it this way. And I'm going to gently trim off that half inch. This is just to create a slight curve. Mind you, this is how I do my waistband, whether for trouser, whether for skirt, anything. This is how I do it and it works perfectly for me. This is what I mean by the overlap. I hope you understand. So I am going to, it is only one side that has overlap. The other side is not going to have. So I'm just going to remove 1 inch from the fabric under. Meanwhile, the fabric underneath still has half inch. So I just took my tape all around. This is exact waist measurement and I have 2 inches extra. So out of that 2 inches, I will use half inch to fold on the left. I will use half inch to fold on the right, and then I will have 1 inch left for the overlap. I hope you understand that. So I'm going to start with the front back piece. There really is no order as to which one you can start with. This is just the one my hand touched. So I'm going to start. I will sew it with half an inch all the way like this to the end of the skirt. I will open up the front piece as well, place the lining on it, and I'm going to sew the right side with half an inch, likewise the left hand side. I have done that. Can you see this is the back piece? I went this way and then I gave it a notch here to avoid the fabric bulging out. The next thing I will do, I gave the zipper allowance is 1.5 inches. I have folded it by I have sewn it by half inch, so I have 1 inch left. So I'm just going to sew the remaining 1 inch that is left. I will go ahead and take the dart using a bust pan. A bust pan is 3.5, and then on both sides of the 3.5 I marked half inch and I'm going to connect. I will go ahead and sew. So I have stitched it this way. Then I will this way enable me to know how to take the dart, seeing that there is no choking on this side. So I'll go ahead and take the dart measurement for this side, and then I'll go over to my sewing machine to take the dart to sew the dart. Remember, our bust span is 7, half of 7 is 3.5, and then on both sides of the 3.5 I marked half inch and I connect together. I'll go ahead and stitch the dart. I have done that. I will just open up this place and give it a very good press. Can you see the slit? It's so beautiful. This is what it looks like on the right side. Can you see? I have also stitched the front piece, given it a good press. I'm just going to place the two together and place my measurement. This is half of our waist. I'll place my tape on 1.5 and locate our hip line. I'll mark it right there. I'm also going to indicate our knee length and I'm going to insert the measurement. Our hip, which is 38 divided by 2, is 19. So I'm going to mark 19, and whatever allowance I have left, I'm just going to divide it. I'm going to split it into two. Take half of it on the right side, take the rest on the left side. So because I want this skirt to be pencil, to be really pencil at the hem, I'm going to take away 2 inches from 19. You know I marked 19 at the 19 is the half of 38, right? So I will be marking 17 at the hem of the skirt. So I will be splitting the allowance. This is the allowance I have left. I'm just going to take half of it here and I'm going to take half of it on the other side. I'll get my ruler and connect together. This is what was done in the second and the third picture that made the skirt not have fitting. But we are going to do that thing that we did while cutting. Place your tape, locate the midpoint. In this case, the distance between the hip and the knee is 13 inches. So half of 13 is 6.5. And then I came in by half an inch at that 6.5. I connected to the hip and to the knee line. So I'm just going to stitch. So I want to eliminate that sharp area at the hip. I'm just going to place my ruler like this and eliminate it. If you have a hip ruler, it will come really handy at this point. I'm going to go ahead and stitch. I've done that. Giving it a good press. You will notice that my darts are facing each other. This is what it looks like. Can you see, guys? Can you see that the hip is protruding? My darts are facing each other. What we are left with is to put our zipper. Look at the slit. Can you see? The hip is well accentuated and the other part is narrow. I just thought to turn it to the wrong side for you to have a good view. So I'm going to measure the hem of the skirt round and I'm going to multiply it by 2. I don't want the pleat to be so much. You can multiply yours by 2.5. 2.5 is okay. Well, but if you want the pleat to be full, you can multiply it by whatever you want. But I multiplied mine with by 2. And I'm just going to pin and pleat all around. When I'm done, I'll take it to my overlocking machine and overlock the rough edge and I will top stitch. So I have sewn it. I have overlocked it. Can you see I have folded this thing like triangle? It is best you fold it like this. Next thing I will do is to push this to the other side like this and top stitch. I have inserted my zip. I have ironed my cotton hair stay on the band. I won't be sewing from the right. I won't be placing right side on the right side. I'll be placing the right side of the band on the left side or the wrong side of the fabric. Remember to fold it in a triangular way like this. Secure it all around with pin. I've stitched it all around. Can you see? So I'm going to fold it like this. I'll take the ½ inch, do it this way, and I'm going to stitch it all around. So I've done that, guys. I secured it with pin first, but I will be stitching it now. Can you see? And then when I get here, I'll fold it this way, this way, this way. Can you see? I have stitched it, guys. This is what it looks like. Can you see how neat it is? And can you see how protruding the hip area is? And this dress is for a very slim person. Yes, it's going to accentuate the hip area. There are just two methods of making skirts, either this method or the butt contouring method. Because she's slim, I don't want to contour her butt. It's just going to make it obvious that she's slim. That's why I decided to accentuate her hip area instead. Can you see? We've come to the end of the tutorial, guys. This skirt has a well padded blouse. I used armhole princess dart. So if you are interested in watching how I cut and stitch the blouse, do well to check the next video. And if you watch to this extent, I must really thank you. Thank you so much for your patience. Do well to like, do well to share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.